Hello, right now I'm gonna show you how to repair your phones in a very cheap way or without the use of much equipment. Here I have my soldering iron, which is very cheap and is very affordable. I have here my tools, my screwdriver and a brush. So today I'm going to work on phones. These phones, like this one, it doesn't turn on. I'm going to show you how to repair your phone or to make it turn on without too much stress, without the use of any machinery. So let's get started. This is the cover, and remove the back cover. Then you remove the battery, and yes, of course, you take off the SIM card. You get your tools and start to unscrew the nuts. You have a place to drop the screws of the nuts. So you carefully unscrew the nuts from the casing. Then you gently insert your tools, your screwdriver, at the side of the phone to gently remove the lock. Yes. Then you take out the casing. Here you see the phones beginning to review, so you have to be careful so that you don't break the glass or anything like that. So here I'll still remove any nuts that will prevent you from getting into the phone. So you okay, good. I'm there now. So find a safe place. Now what I'm going to do is to try as much as possible to try to free all the components as in part, so that you will be able to get to all corners of the panel. If you look at the board now, you have to carefully remove the keypad. Yes, this is the keypad. You have to remove it, and the screen, so that we can do the cleaning. That means service the panel of the phone. In other words, to allow it to be well seen. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll take my tools now. I'll open up it carefully. Try not to break anything. Don't do it in a hurry. Just try to concentrate as much as possible so that you don't end up destroying the parts, because they are very tiny and most of them are not easily replaceable. Okay, now I will remove the flesh of the phone. Yes, I'm taking out the keypad first. So yes, here's it. So you try your best to separate every flesh inside. Okay, this out now, and this is the screen. You unplug it like this, and you take it out and put it again in a safer place where you don't have to, it won't get destroyed or something, because it's very delicate. So now I'm going to open up everything so that can easily brush through the panel. You can use anything like your spirit or fuel or some important good liquid that won't affect the phone. Then you take your brush and dip it inside the bottle of spirit or anything you have, and okay, good, and gently brush every corner of the phone that is visible to you. So you brush and let it be well clean, so that way you'll be able to remove the small dust particles and other materials. Sometimes you may even find water on inside the foam, the board of the phone. So you have to use your brush to scrub out all those things very well, and after which you can dry it in by maybe putting it in the sun, or you can dry it near the lantern or a bulb. Those are cheaper means of drying the panel. So you place it there until it gets dry. You leave it like 5 or 10 minutes. Once it's dried, then you can start to couple the phone again. So now I think it's well dried now. Then let me start coupling the phone back. So the first thing first, you bring out all the parts, and you have to be very careful now, because you have to put things the way you saw it at first. So here I put in the keypad board that I removed. Here's the keypad. There's a way I take your screw, careful, raise the cover, try to fix in this keypad flex to the board. So I'm going to fix in the keypad flex, and you have to be very careful in order not to cut the flex, because that's what every repairer tries not to get into trouble when coupling the phone. Okay, once it's in, you put in the rubber at the side and place it gently to hear the click. Then the next I'm going to do is to put back the screen. Yes, here we have the screen or the board. You position it in a orderly manner, in a way that it won't disturb you and you won't put pressure on the board or on top of the screen, so that you avoid breaking the screen. So you still do the same thing here. You try to fix the flex as much as possible. Don't, as I always say, there's no need to hurry. You have to be very careful now, because you are trying to couple everything just the way it were before you scatter the foam. So yes, it's inside now. You close the, yeah, it's in. This is the keypad. It's beginning to look like a phone. So you bring back the casing. Yeah, you have to put in the speakers of the phone. Everything have to look okay as it were. So yeah, as I have removed the speakers, I'm going to place everything back the same way it is. Okay, so here are some things facing the board. Gently, no need to rush. Start facing in the board. We also put the knot. But before I put the knot, some foam, depending the build up of the foam, some you place the knot before putting the cover. Like this one now, it's not like that. You have to put the cover before putting the knot last. So you cover it, then you begin to screw the nut orderly. As I said, there's no need to rush. You can always go back and check if there is a mistake somewhere. You can just quickly check it. No need to rush anything. You check very well so that you avoid any mistake, because by the time you have finished coupling it, it will look as if you have wasted your time, but it's not a waste of time. If there's a mistake, simply go back and place and adjust that mistake so that it doesn't affect your work. So right now I'm going to close the phone back again. So don't force anything. Remember, be careful on the pressure you put on the screen. You have to position your hand in a firm direction, as in angle. Try not to put your force pressure on the top of the screen, which can easily damage the screen, and sometimes it may be very wrong. Oh, sorry, excuse me. So that is how to repair a phone. You have to be careful. In case you forget anything, don't need to be ashamed or worry about it. You can simply go back again and place everything you think you might have forgotten to put. So that is how to begin. So you place your panel in a tight position, fix it well to the casing of the phone, and avoid pressure on the main screen so that you don't get the screen cracked or broken after fixing it. So here we are, fix the front casing. Then next thing you have to do now is to put the knot of the phone back, as it were. And before putting the knot, you have to be very careful. Check for any mistake or any further mistake, or anywhere the knot might be needed, because by not fixing the knot properly, the phone will not tight, will not display, can even affect the phone not to show or even work properly. So you have to make sure that you are fixing the knot in the correct form, just as you removed it. You have to fix it back the same way you remove it to enable the phone to work well and tight. So here I'm going to place this knot here. This knot does hold the main key part from the top. It's tight, very tight. If you can see how to place your knot in a very order manner before you close it. After closing it, you still have to complete the knots in all directions to enable the phone to be well closed and tight and secured. So here I'm adding more knots at the bottom of the phone. You don't have to rush about it. Just have to do it orderly and nicely, So if you don't get the right tools, you can always switch your tools till you get the right one that will do your work well. So I'm here getting my tools. Okay, so after knotting it, we then put the SIM card and the battery to see if it will work at all. Okay, so I'm going to switch it on. So as you can see, the phone is on and working. Thanks for listening to this video. Thank you very much.